Yo guys, Theo here on Common Sense. Today I want to rant about some things I've been thinking and feeling a lot this year, and as always I'll be talking from my experience and perspective, but I think a lot of people can relate to what I'm about to talk about. It might come out a little bit unorganized and unstructured because I know exactly the things I'm thinking about. It's just a little difficult to put it all together, so let me just go off and see where it takes us. So I often find myself thinking, here I am, absolute beast of a man, jacked and stacked Giga Chad, the epitome of what a man should be. In all seriousness, someone that had a difficult childhood, struggled a lot with mental health, anxiety and depression since early on in life, and I've worked very hard to put myself together into a good, complete person, like someone that actually feels and functions well, but also that is a good man. I've always wanted to be a good man, and when I say that, I don't mean a fake ass, just arrogant narcissist, loudmouth, drinking this beer with a fucking fat belly and talking all this shit about. No, I mean an actual good man. Someone that's strong, capable of good service and use to himself and others. And I've always felt ready to die for something greater than myself. And I think many men can relate that, when you struggle with mental health, it seems like the most honorable way out. Just imagine the chance to sacrifice your life for someone else's or for some kind of greater purpose. And to some degree, this is what men are supposed to do. You're supposed to build yourself into the most capable individual you can be, but ultimately, it's not just selfishly for your sake. No, it's as a gift to the world. You build a man you admire so you can give him to the world, because men create and provide, lead the way forward. We provide safety, protection, and evolution for society and the people around us, our community, our tribe, right? But in 2025, when I look around myself, I'm just like, what the fuck is there worth dying for now? And where the fuck is my community? Where is it all? What should I die for? The internet? Social media? Smartphones? Porn? Degeneracy? AI? Corporations? The state? No, I'm not seeing it at all. And whether you think yourself a good man right now or not, I think many guys just end up feeling like, what's the point? Why should I be good? It's like, because it's not like it's encouraged or appreciated that you're a good man at all. In fact, masculinity is just shit on all the time. And of course, a man shouldn't need anyone to tell him, "Oh, you're so good," validate. That is masculinity, right? Doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do, not just because everyone else is cheering you on. But it sure as hell would help, And if you're feeling like shit, you don't see the point of things. It's kind of easy to like, no, why should I? Why should I be good? Why should I even try? Why shouldn't I just like smoke weed and watch porn and play video games and get fat as fuck and don't give a shit about anything, Society is hyper individualistic. There's such a lack of community that there always has been among human beings. We're social creatures, right? And superficial appearance of very specific success, that's like what we're all chasing, because we've been spammed so much with these messages about the American dream, pretty much, almost. I guess that's been a real and good thing at times. Like shouldn't even go there, but the point is, like, now it's like we're living among each other, but not really together so much, right? And we all try to display on the internet a lot, but in real life too, but social media, like, see me, look at the selfies. I look so happy. Look at the nice dinners I'm having. Look at the interesting places I'm at. Oh, I got a job. I got a cool job title, a status job title. I wear a suit to my job. Oh, I got an apartment. I got a house in this trendy area or at this street, or I got a car. Blah, 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 blah. But it's like none of those things truly bring satisfaction, meaning, or contentment for real, And so many people are still pretending that this is all just normal, or thinking, or not even understanding that, just because things are a certain way right now does not mean that this is normal or good or healthy or desirable whatsoever. It fucking sucks, okay? And if you are someone that see through all of this plastic fucking fakeness and you want real now, it's not easy to find your tribe or a relationship, Like, I think a lot of people can relate to, especially if you're someone like myself, I changed so much in my life that I had to, more than anything, I had to first remove people from my life. And now, you're in this situation when, yeah, I have friends. Yeah, I have family, and I see these people, and we do things sometimes. There are places I go when I meet people, but somehow it's so easy to feel like it's just fucking me floating about, And so many people are just stuck in this, this whatever we've created, that I just feel like I don't, I'm not liking this at all. And if you want true and real now, when you find yourself in this spot, it's so difficult to get into a good relationship. One of the things that seems like a great out, when there's no community, like, at least I can have my little tribe here, right? My girl, my kids, and so on, But again, it's not like, I can honestly feel like a man such as myself. Do you know what I want most of all in this life? Yeah, to have someone to love that loves me, that we build something, a family, to provide and protect them, and spread the most good I can to my fellow human beings around me, Like, honestly, why shouldn't, like, girls be in fucking line to be with someone like me? Honestly, But that's just not what happens at all in this society, Like, dating is fucking fucked up. Like, when you don't, like, the way you move around life sometimes, it's like you don't just run into someone to get into a relationship. The dating apps are fucking fucked. It sucks, especially to be a guy on this. It doesn't really matter, like, how good you look or what great things you can show off in your profile, which also is a terrible fucking way to have. You don't want to, if you want to get to know someone and truly create something meaningful, you don't want to have to think about things that way, or I have to display this fucking image now. But the apps suck anyway, and it's just not easy. It's like, it just does not happen by itself. That, I hate that when people tell me, like, oh, why don't you just get a girlfriend, why don't you just get into a relationship? It's like all the mechanical ways I know how to meet girls, they are terrible. That's what I used to do, That's also so terrible. I know that I used to hook up with girls when I was a much worse guy, right? Like, just all over. Like, I looked worse, I was worse, I had worse, everything was worse about me. But it was easy still, with enough effort, use the apps and or go to bars and stuff. You will hook up with girls. That's the easy thing to do. But to the actual real thing, connect with someone and build something real, that's like, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. I stopped to think, just like, what is it I want to say with a video like this, other than just, it might be a relief to some people to actually hear someone say this, because still, like we mentioned here and there, like, all things have gotten pretty crazy now, in our society, but so many people are still just playing along like this is fucking normal, when it just is not, so many things are weird and suck, and I have had to rethink for myself a lot how, like what do I actually want in this life, and how I define success. I didn't even realize, because I'm someone that's seen for a long time, like someone that reaches their goals in life and is doing well for themselves and lifting those around them up. They are successful, right? But that's the thing in this society. No matter how much you think, like, oh, I'm not a conformist, I don't worry about people think about me, you pick up all the messages about, like, no, you should hustle and you should grind and you should be productive and you should you should want to make money and get all this stuff, like, I've realized that these things affect me a lot, and I really want to just go back to the drawing board. It's like, yeah, of course money matters and stuff, but is that ultimately, the person that had the most money, for instance, just as an example now, but the most money on their account, the most sports cars in their garage, the most fucking Instagram pictures of nice vacations or something, like, having the most of those things at the end of your life, is that the point? Or is it to actually have an enjoyable experience on this earth and improving things for for improving the world, because you can definitely make money, for instance, without like you're actually just making the world worse. Yeah, guys, of course, like I've been ranting about some things here, and like again, it's not to play we shouldn't play the victim, like, oh, see, look at me, I'm such a good man, like why don't I just get all the things? Oh, it's difficult to get into a relationship now. You're not appreciated as a good man. Like the point is, like, you always have to take charge of things and try to create the outcomes you want. You have to, you're the responsible one in the end. I guess I just want to encourage you that want to be a good person and would like, to get into a nice relationship and la la la, all the things that are reasonable to want, but just doesn't want to play along with this fucking hyper-individualist, hustle, grind, superficial success society thing. If you're working on yourself and you find it sometimes lonely and or like, what's the point? I just want to encourage you that you're doing great. It's ultimately people like that we need more of now. And just setting a good example, it does a big difference. I've seen it in my life, like, get your personal shit together, get jacked, go to the gym, eat a good diet. If you have fat to lose that, get a good sleep schedule, take good care of yourself that way, minimize vices, poor habits and addictions. And then when it comes to, working, like, of course, it's great. You can find something like, I'm good at this is bringing help or service use for people, and make that into a profession. Of course, sometimes we just have to work to make a living and provide for ourselves and our family. But I guess the encouragement I want to give you in this video is like, go for building the life and life experience that you actually want, that actually would make you happy. Not all these things that are easy to get led astray by all the pressure we feel from society that you should want this, you should go for this, Because I see for myself, it makes you so miserable when you get caught in it. It's like it was never for you. It was never for you. And it's not easy, any of this. Like I said, this with getting into a relationship and stuff. When you are real and true, and you want a true connection with someone that, from maybe the things I'm talking about here, feels them as strongly as you, Like, again, you are the responsible one. But we have to point out, like, it's not easy now. It's not. Ultimately, you are the responsible one. So the things we can do, of course, is that pick up new hobbies, take courses or classes about something that you're interested in. So you expose yourself to situations to meet new people and such, right? But really, guys, I'm redefining a lot for myself. Things I felt like I already knew, but I really like, okay, it's time to get serious about what really matters, right? And work in that direction. So I hope this wasn't all too messy. I hope it resonated. Yeah, I feel like it was a bit messy, but anyway, please like and comment. I'm always interested to hear your thoughts. I do holistic bodybuilding coaching, getting jacked and stacked mentally, physically, spiritually, working on ourselves, body, mind, and soul, becoming that man or woman that just looks like a beast because they are a beast. They got their shit together because they're a good person. And look good also. So if you're interested, you can send me a DM on Instagram or email me. It's in the description below. I'll get back to you with my different programs and offers. Pick up my training book, everything training, philosophy, mindset related you need to become a self-reliant, jacked and stacked individual. Please subscribe for more content about fitness, fast and losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, stoicism, mental health, philosophy, spirituality, mindset. It is a mindset, guys. The world has gone crazy, but you don't have to go crazy. In fact, we have to become sane so we can make the world great again. Yeah. Peace.